Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast about bullying. This is our third episode, and we are now talking about the bully's perspective. My name is Daria, and I'm here with Barbara, and we are going to start this episode by discussing why do children usually bully? Why do you think they do that?
Well, usually I always try to think good about people, and I don't believe that somebody is born a bully or born bad. I think that it's a set of circumstances. Either they are bullied at home, or they have some other insecurities, or it's kind of a question of a power, power, having more power than everybody else, which again comes from some insecurities.
Yes.
So I think there's always
Something
a reason
behind
behind the bullying.
Okay, thank you. And how do you think bullying makes the bully feel?
Empowered. I
Okay.
think it makes them feel like they have some kind of power that they are lacking somewhere else. So I don't know if
It fills the void that they need, maybe?
yeah, maybe it fills the void, or maybe gives them the power that they're losing. Like if they're bullied at home, then they're
They get the
afraid
power.
most of the time. When they bully somebody else, they're the one with the power, so they're making somebody afraid. So it gives them some kind of power.
Yeah.
Weird feeling.
Okay. And it's interesting because if we think about it, victims need therapy, victims need help, but bullies also need our help. So, how do you think we can help the bullies?
Well, for sure, even bullies should be included in some kind of therapy to realize the reason behind their behavior.
Yeah.
Even to realize, because usually they don't actually know, with the mind, know that their actions are wrong, especially if they have a crowd cheering and clapping and
Yeah, exactly.
stuff like this, so they do need to realize that their behavior is bad, it's wrong, and it's basically the same. If it's been done to them, that it's the same thing. If they're lacking, if they're trying to get to cover up some thing that they're lacking, again, that this will not help them, they need some kind of therapy for sure.
Yeah.
Some behavioral therapy, cognitive therapy, a lot of different type of
Okay.
therapy.
Depending on the situation, on
Depending
the
on
case,
the
maybe.
situation, yes.
Okay, thank you. And researchers usually describe bullies as lacking guilt for their actions, lacking empathy for their victim, having aggressive role models, as you said, at home maybe, in their family, and enjoying this aggression and the rewards gained from aggressive acts. But do you think the bullies can perpetuate their behavior to others?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, at least majority. I'm leaving out the sociopath part of society and stuff like this, because they're always somebody that you cannot help,
Yeah.
But I think majority, yes, they can, because I know the kids that, they were kind of bullies when they were little, like pushing, or at lunch pushing somebody's tray and stuff, and then like 10 years later, without therapy, they will say, oh God, I can't believe I was doing that, because I think all the behaviors you can change, if of course it's not some pathological reason that's,
Yeah, okay. And if someone sees repeated cases of bullying, can they take that behavior and also do that again? I mean, can people who see bullies take their example and do the same to others, or maybe take revenge to them?
Both are certainly possible,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, both are certainly possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the behavior can go on and on unless we do something to stop it.
Yeah, because even bystanders, if they do it, if they interfere in the wrong way, if they decide, will gang up and beat up the bully, it's basically the same thing, because the bully can gather a bigger crowd that will come and beat up all the bystanders. So with violence, you can never resolve it,
Yeah. Okay, and one more question that I was curious about. Do you think the bullies choose their victims for a specific reason, or do they just bully random people?
I think they're looking for a weak link everywhere. You know,
Okay.
they look for somebody who is weak enough. They will not. Usually, they do not bully somebody who is strong-willed and have an army of friends, and you know, they will find somebody who is an easy target. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know, and then they can find anything they want. You know, in my case, when I was in primary school, it was glasses.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so you can always find something. Wrong kind of pants, wrong kind of tennis shoes, glasses, wrong hair color.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a reason
Yeah.
that can come
Yeah.
up. Okay. And they are searching for vulnerability most of the times. Yeah.
Yeah, for the weak links, for the kids that they know that are easy target, you know.
Yes.
So-
Okay. So as a conclusion, we have that we think that bullies usually have a reason behind their actions, and they usually have role models at home, negative role models at home, that they're taking their example and doing the same with other people at school or something like this. Then we have this search for vulnerability and for awkward kids, maybe because they usually target the children who are, I don't know, different in their
In
environment.
any way, yeah.
Okay.
And maybe it's not just home, just you know, you have the whole neighborhoods when the violence is like kind of, I don't know, the mafia type of
Yeah.
thing, you know. It's like, you know, violence is the way of life, you know, so it's very hard to break all of that.
Break the cycle. Yeah.
Break the
And
cycle and
something
behave
good.
differently,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
So it's not always just home, it can be the whole environment you come from that is living like this, you know. It's
yeah,
like,
and encourages you to do the same,
yeah,
but you kind of have, if you have the power, you
Yeah.
can actually do differently and think differently
yeah.
and act differently
Yeah.
in the end. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We are really pleased to have you here, and we think that your information was really valuable for us. So thank you a lot for being here, and this is the end of our podcast. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for inviting me.